Okay, so let's have a look at how you can create an email action. So emails in Macanta works the same way as webhook actions or field actions. So we go to admin as ever into our automation and just choose the email action tab. And then any emails you've already created, you'll see available here. You'll see a preview of the email and you can also test. So let's go in. You'll also see at the bottom we've got previously used templates and then the default template. So if you change the template you're using for an email, you can see you can go back to previous versions, or you can go and say, well, actually I'm going to change it completely and start from scratch. So we'll start with a new email in this instance. So we'll add an email action here, and I'll just say new email test. And from address, I can either type it in, or if I have it on a data object, I can use it as a merge field. Here, I'll just go type it in. The from name again, you can choose to merge it or to have it hard coded depending on your use case. And then subject line, we can say hello and then go in and grab the first name. Okay, so we've got that. We can add preview text. We can also add a description there. So we start with this email here, but actually I'm going to go and let's say I'm going to use one of the built-in templates, and let's go for Father's Day. I can either preview or choose. I'm just going to go straight for choosing it. And then you'll see up here, you can then see that's been populated as you need it to, and save new email. So that's now saved the setup. It's not done anything obviously in the email. We can then go in and say edit the email content. And then we just give it a new name here, so we know which one it is. And then I can go in and I can go and change any elements that I need to. I've clicked on that, so is that a GIF that it's going to come to? Yep, looks like it. You can see here, I can now go and change that if I want to, or I can go in and I can change an image. So just go on that, replace the image with something else, or add links. Any of your functionality is here on the side, and if we need additional pieces put in, then of course I can just go and say, well, actually I want to put a spacer in there, so I can drag that in. We've got our spacer there, or I want some text before the menu, I can put that there, and then I can just go in and edit my text as you normally would in any text editor. You again have the option to use merge tags. So I can go here for the merge tags, and initially I've got my contact merge tags there, and I can say I'm going to go for first name in there and go on like that. So if you've seen one email editor, to a large extent you've seen another. You can go in and style whatever you need to. You also do have the option to remove sections altogether, and also move content that way. So now I can go in and say, well, actually I want a video in there, and then I can go and choose the settings for that video and set that up. So that's how you would then build your actual email in there, and then we just say save that email. And we can close that for good luck. Just save there. So now we've got our email. Whenever we come, we can see what our preview is. And we can also send test email here. So you can see here, you can have contact ID and then the item ID there. So if you put that in, you can then choose any contact, and because of the data object driving the email, not the contact, we then add the item ID in there, and then you can send it. So any merge tags you've used will be pulled from that particular data object item for this particular contact, and it'll send the email to them. So just to be clear where those details come from, obviously the contact ID, you can see here in the URL, those digits there tells you the contact ID, so I'll copy that in there and then just have the pipe, and then I go and choose which data object am I going to test this with. You can see here there's that item ID that sits under there, so I'll just copy that, go back to my email and paste that in there. And if I now send that, it will send that email to this contact from this email address, and any details that need to come from the data object we'll use from that data object. So when you're testing, just be sure you use the right things so that your merge tags aren't empty, because actually the data object doesn't contain a value. But you can send that test and that'll come up with a confirmation message, and then you're good to go. Okay, so that's how you set up an email action, and in another video we'll look at how we tie that into a full automation workflow so that you can set when that email is going to send.